We can get into facial symmetry
What the
online.
Friday?
What the Friday?
What the Friday?
What the Friday is going on with my facial symmetry?
Yes, Dad was complaining about that. That's what was happening.
Yeah, somebody was just saying, as we're getting ready to log in, it's like, I get the feeling the older I get, the less symmetrical my face is.
It is. It's like half of my face is dropping.
That happens.
Can you see
Have you noticed that in people as you get older?
Look, this side of my face.
Maybe you're having a stroke really slowly.
Really slow motion stroke. this side of my face, you can see, is lower than this side of my face. Oh, also this side of my face is just better.
Oh, the important things we're talking about today.
Mediocre, below mediocre. Okay, we did research, you guys, about real estate. What the Friday? Also, I said to Dad, "Hey, Dad, what should we call this?" And he goes, "I was like, we need a good title." And he was like, "How about We've Had Enough?" And I didn't ask why, but that's such a depressing title. So why, Dad?
It's been such a busy week. I know I say that every week, but
no,
it has literally been like a 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, every night for like the last 10 days.
Yeah.
And it's just nonstop and trying to keep up with, we're trying to do we're implementing new systems. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have new people that we're working with.
Yeah.
And we're trying to, it's just a busy week. So things are getting better. And because of it, I think things are getting way better. I don't think we've ever been busier than we are right now.
No, I don't think so. We've got a lot of new listings coming on.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a rental listing coming on next week. We've got a big sale coming up.
Sale listing? The one in Tribeca?
The one in Tribeca in Manhattan. So that'll be fun.
That's pretty awesome. Nice place.
Yeah. He might change his mind and it'll be a rental, but still.
You never know.
Okay, so let's get into it. Real quick, Dad, once again, has run the absorption rate numbers because that's his job every week for this video.
That's my job. That's my contribution to the family now.
And as a quick refresher, the definition of absorption rate, Father, is?
Basically, we just divide the number of units that sold by the number of units that are for sale, and we see how quickly, basically, things are selling. So you can tell whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market.
Thank you.
So there you go. And interestingly enough, without...
Oh, can you do the screen share thing?
I don't know. I can't remember how to do it. Hold on.
You just say click share screen, and then I will control if it comes in and out. So you just tell me if you want it to be there.
I'm ready. See it? So we're tracking absorption rates.
I don't see it at all. Did you click share screen?
No, I did. It looks to me like I'm sharing it. Your entire screen.
Huh.
Not working?
Not at all. All right,
it's popped up on my screen like you've got it under control. All right, well, let me get out of this then because it's covering up my screen. It said my screen sharing's been canceled now, so I don't know. This technology, I say stuff like that and I'm like, oh, I sound so old.
Yeah, but then you're the one who's talking about Facebook rooms. Anyway, what did you learn? Absorption rate. I'm so distracted.
Basically, we talked the last 3 weeks ago. We thought we'd hit a bottom between 3 and 4 weeks ago. And then it started to creep up, which was accurate.
Yeah.
So far, up through last week's What the Friday, we were pretty much on target with what was going to happen and what was happening.
Yeah. And
then last week, I forecasted that we were going to continue to trend up this week so that sales would be picking up a little bit faster. And we'd be moving a little more toward a seller's market, but I was wrong.
Oh,
so
what a big man you are to say
big man. I'm also big because of COVID. So it's like you were talking about my weight there for a minute.
Stature and character.
That's right. But they're flat.
Oh,
so we were coming, if you can imagine, we were coming back up and now we're flat.
Okay. So you were wrong. It didn't keep going up, but it didn't go down. It's just flat.
It's down just a hair in Hoboken, but not not enough to the 30-day average. The 24-hour and 7-day averages are a little more squirrely, but they're not a long-term average. So I like to lean on the 30-day average just to balance them out a little bit better.
Because it's a lot more.
Yeah. Jersey City or northern Jersey as a whole is just steady Eddie flat, and Hoboken is down just a little bit. So it means the market, we've seen a bump in Hoboken and it's bumped up and then it's kind of just staying right there.
Okay. So again, when you're saying it's down just a little bit, it's meaning slightly fewer homes are being sold. So we're not talking prices. We're talking the speed at which homes are coming on versus the
way they're getting sold off. Yeah, and it's very minor, but it's not the upward trend we thought. So 3 weeks ago, the Friday before last, for example, the rate was 0.184 in Hoboken. Mm-hmm. Last week it was 0.267. The higher the absorption rate, the faster the homes are selling. And this week it went for last week at 0.267. This week it went to 256. So it's not much, but but what it means is it's not that solid upward trajectory that I had thought that we were going to see. So, but that's if I really had a great crystal ball, I would not be doing What the Fridays with you. I would be on a 76-foot Nordhaven somewhere by Fiji right now.
I swear, every day you just talk about boats. This morning, for the maybe 100th time, Dad lives in a condo that overlooks the Hudson River and the Manhattan skyline. And every time a tugboat comes by, Dad goes, I think being a tugboat captain would be a really fun job. Every time.
The water. I like the water.
You like the simplicity of it. Okay. Next, we have fun facts. So, commercial real estate, which is not something that we cover, but is in fact real estate. So,
but we do talk about.
But we do
talk about lots of things we don't know about.
That's exactly right. So, the largest U.S. banks are facing a $48 billion commercial real estate loan loss because commercial real estate is just not in demand right now. Obviously, offices, majority of commercial real estate is just not in high demand, which means they're not asking for loans from the bank, or they can't make their payments, and all that wrapped up together is creating a $48 billion commercial real estate loan loss. And there are there's not, I don't know what the solution is. I think that's what the article I read was basically about. There are worries about the industry's health in general. And so they're rethinking capital plans and they're halting share repurchases and they're capping dividends that pay out. So I don't know if I need to explain what those things are or not. Do I?
I don't know.
Probably not. Yeah.
I think it'll get too boring.
It'll be too boring. If you're interested, go look at it. Basically, commercial real estate is really suffering, and that has a bigger effect than you might imagine because they get a lot of their money from banks.
Call Morgan.
Or just Google. Okay, fun New York City fact is so the hotels in New York City are obviously not getting any traffic, but they need to have business. So right now, they are pitching rooms to workers who are stuck at home, and they're offering rooms including desks and snacks and Wi-Fi as office spaces, like remote office spaces, because a lot of people who live in New York City live in small apartments, and so they're saying, "Hey, you're living in this tiny place. You wish you could go to an office. You can't. How about you come to our hotel and rent these rooms for cheap, as if they're your office? We'll supply you with room service and all that good stuff."
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting way to handle that.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting. I wonder how that's going to work out.
It's $89 for 4 hours. So.
Yeah, it sounds like
I know where you're
something
going.
else.
It's a different kind of hotel. We don't need it. We don't need it by the day. We don't need it by the night. We need it by the hour.
That's right. The daytime hours.
Okay, mister.
All right. Moving right along.
Yeah, I thought one more thing we haven't ever done before, but I thought would be fun is a neighborhood highlight. Because
great. Bring it on.
We live in New Jersey, right across the river from Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us different places. I'm in Hoboken. He's in Union City. So we could talk. There's so many neighborhoods here to talk about, and a lot of people who are considering coming here have no idea what to do. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about you and why you like Union City. Also, you're doing a great. I know you're very tired today, and you're doing a fantastic job. Still smiling.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure it's taking effort, but I'm impressed.
Well, it's fun.
So Union City, why do you live in Union City on the cliff right above Hoboken?
I do.
What's the appeal for that?
Well, there are a lot of things I like about Union City. First, it's not quite as intense. We are on the cliffs, so we're surrounded, we happen to have a unique condo. It's surrounded by trees. We don't have any traffic by our door. We have parking in our parking lot, private parking for our 2 cars. Union City is colorful. There's a lot of diversity here, especially Latino culture, coming from Iowa, which we're like 98% white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Here, there are just a tremendous Latino community. So there are Puerto Rican, Dominican Republic, there are restaurants is what I'm thinking about, in stores that focus on Peruvian, Argentinian, Mexican. There's just a very mixed Latino culture here. It's very family oriented. So in the evenings, a lot of people are outside. They actually set out on their stoops. They talk to each other. They have fun. They joke. You don't have to know each other that well or know each other at all. Something funny happens, you stop and talk about it, and it's fun. It's very neighborhoodish. It's not intense. The taxes here are higher than usual, but the city does invest a tremendous amount of money in their police departments and in public services and parks. They're constantly redoing the streets. They're redoing a lot of sidewalks, cobblestone, curbs, lights, trees. It's becoming a very residential area. Plus, of course, on the east side, it's all cliff. So if you live on that cliff, it's like living in a high-rise on the waterfront almost. You just have this expansive view.
Yeah, and the benefit is Union City doesn't have the name recognition yet. So there are several developments going up very close to where you currently live that are luxury or close to it, which is part of the draw for living in Union City or buying in Union City. All indications are that at least the part that's closest to Hoboken are on an upward trajectory. There are builders who are very interested, developers who are very interested. You're seeing activity happen here. So buying now is what is the appeal, because you got some appreciation potential.
Yeah. Well, and so a perfect example today, I have some great buying clients that I spent the morning with up through noon. And those clients are basically looking to spend about $1 million. And we were in Jersey City, kind of the downtown Jersey City area. Yeah. And basically real estate prices down there are about $1,000 a square foot. But and the reason they're that much is you're really close to the water, but in most of the units we were in, we could not see the water. And we had no view other than to view other buildings around us. So lifestyle wise, when you're home, it doesn't really matter a lot, except for you can walk outside and then you can walk to the waterfront quickly, that kind of thing. But if you come up the hill, as I call it, up the hill, it does increase your commute complication a little bit, because I take the 123 bus into Manhattan. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes usually from here. If you happen to be close to a PATH train, that's about 10 minutes.
Right.
So it adds a little bit. But my condo is half the cost of what the condos that we were looking in down there are per square foot.
And being on this cliff, you get a lot of, when people walk in, they're like, whoa, because you have the skyline like that. And that's why all these developers are building here. Why I think valuations are going to keep going up. So neighborhood highlight.
There you go. Union City's awesome. If anybody's interested in Union City, you want to hang out, let me know.
Yes.
Glad to have you.
Once COVID's over, he will be the party house. And also once he has energy again. I just realized I asked you to talk about Union City and it was mean because
I can't complain because it's been great. It's great business. We have a lot of listings coming on. Suddenly we have a lot of buyer clients at the same time.
You just don't take any days off and it's not healthy.
And it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, sure.
It's that lifestyle. I'm kind of used to it. But
okay.
I'm working on it. We are working on it. We're both the same way. Neither one of us have really taken any time off for a long time. So, but you got to make hay while the sun is shining, and the sun is shining in New Jersey.
That's true. Just make sure you have sunscreen and maybe take a little bit of a break so you can keep making hay. I don't know.
Since we're talking about that, I have a question for you.
Sure, and then
what is your single biggest struggle you're having to deal with right now?
Good God.
If anybody wonders, we did not talk about this before we started this.
This week I'm okay, but we swapped places. I was really exhausted for the last few weeks and trying to keep up, and I want to serve my clients well, but also being insanely exhausted is not helpful.
Not a good way to do it. Not
a good way to live either. You're just like, I'm tired and I can't think straight. It sucks. So that was probably my biggest struggle, and I'm sure it'll be a struggle that comes
just
back.
Kind of, you mean working through when you're not on the top of your game, but you can't slow down?
Sure.
Is that what you mean?
I guess I just think exhaustion in general, but business wise, I really want to get systemized and organized, and I recognize the importance of that, but I haven't gotten my head around doing it as effectively as I'd like to. So I'm glad you're kind of taking the lead on that one, and I'm gonna learn and follow up.
Keep working. You may have to handle a couple clients for me because I am running out of time. It's tough. They don't, we should talk about that sometime.
Yeah, we have the same. All right.
I'm thinking forward. I'm sorry. Not where we're at today. It's just if it keeps going this way, it's like we're going to have to divide and conquer.
Stacey, I said systems and organization, and Stacey Lowry goes, systems and organization. Ooh, baby.
Stacey's awesome.
Scalable and repeatable. That's what we want.
That's right.
So what about you? What do you think is the biggest challenge?
Just keeping up with client expectations. So
that's the thing. You don't want to drop. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that clients on occasion think almost always think you know more than you know, especially on the buy side. When you're buying and you're traveling to one of any of, I don't know, maybe 300 different buildings, and it's like, and they want to, as soon as they have a little bit of interest, they want to get into the weeds on that specific building, and it's like, I can't remember, are the amenities on the 6th floor? Are they on the 7th floor?
Yeah.
Is the laundry room in the, you go to Galaxy Towers and they have these little satellite laundries, like one's on this, the main one's on the 16th, and then another one's on like 32 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there are little nuances, and it's like, so, things like that, just being able to keep up, have enough homework done before you go do showings, that you can answer questions, or we have an offer we just received on a place just as we were going live. I've got to call that client and work through what we're going to do with that offer. It's a really good offer. So I'm just keeping up, and if we can get our administrative system so they're done. What I do? I'm sorry.
You're like, the clients let's go. Let's leave.
Anyway, that's about it. So, and it's all good. I'm happy.
Week,
and frankly, we've got great clients. I can't think of anybody that I'm working with right now that's a drag.
Yeah,
so
I feel
that's
super lucky in that regard too.
Because every once in a while you can get that somewhat combative. It's like, wow, if you're in this bad a mood and don't like anything that much, is it me? Do you just need a different agent, or are you just like that?
No, but nobody we've got currently, which is great.
There's nobody we've got currently, yeah. So you never know. You don't know if it's you or if it's just a mood.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
That's Morgan's Braille for let's get the hell out of here.
We've been, I think the last 10 minutes were super boring, but you know what? We did it, and that's what matters. We're here every week.
So what the Friday? That's right.
What's
Friday, and it is raining like crazy outside. I'm looking outside.
And just to clarify, when you said we've had enough, the reason you decided that title was you're tired and you need a break? Cool,
like,
got it.
It just keeps coming in. It's like
Well, we don't. I mean, there is no such thing as enough. We take as much business as people will give us. So just maybe pass the baton for a day and just forward all your emails to me. That's what I'm saying.
Then I'd be giving up my business.
No, I promise I won't. That's the point of
I'm
having
greedy.
a partner. I won't.
Oh yeah,
client.
that's
I'll
right.
just help you.
Promise.
Yes, I promise. And they won't want me after they worked with you anyway. Come on.
Morgan's like, she's the popular one. I'm the old.
That's
the old guy.
So untrue. People love you. Go to my Instagram. Look at our highlights.
That's because you make me look like an idiot. I'm comic relief for our team, but that's a different story.
No.
All right.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. For those of you that checked
even 2 seconds of this. And if you have any questions, any needs in New Jersey real estate or Manhattan real estate, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are the Burch and Burch team. If you're watching this,
like us, subscribe to us.
Like us,
subscribe so you get updates.
Follow our business page, follow our Instagrams.
And we promise that someday this will be better and you'll really like the whole thing and you'll never want to log off.
You'll be so glad you watched it. Our thing is do it badly first, and then you'll get better. And we're aware.
You got to do something. You can't.
We're aware.
You're the one that always says fail forward.
Yes.
So we're just driving on. All right. So that's great. So like, subscribe. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you watching. Always feel free to email or contact us if you have any questions. We'd love to have some engagement with people.
Please hit like on this video wherever you're watching it. It just helps the algorithm and helps us.
That's right. I didn't realize how much your thumb looks like the one on Facebook.
I think that's the point of the Facebook one. It looks like every hand. I think that's the point. Okay, bye.
All right, goodbye, everybody.